Annyeonghaseyo friends, and welcome back to the Torsie channel for more IU, and a very happy Friday to you. I hope you are having a wonderful week. We are heading rapidly towards doing another album listen, which I was going to start this week, except I have been distracted by an absolutely fabulous song. A song that you may have seen me tweet about, and that song is By the Stream. It is so beautiful, I couldn't leave this until later. I had to listen to it now with all of you. When I did tweet about it, everybody suggested that I watch the Chung Jae-il version. I would love to watch that here on YouTube with you, except JTBC actually blocks their content, so I can't. It is, however, going to be on Patreon later today, so that is what we will be watching over there. If you want to join in for that, the link is in the description. Of course, we also have My Mister going on there. Oh, my giddy aunt. For today here on YouTube, though, we are still going to watch By the Stream. We're going to be watching IU's version from her YouTube show, IU's Palette. Let's get straight into that, shall we? Catch ya! She looks so pretty.
당신은 무슨 일로 그리합니까? 홀로 이 겨울에 주저앉아서 파릇한 풀포기가 쏟아나오고 찬물이 봄바람에 해적일 때에 가도 아주 가지는 않노라시던 그런 약속이 있었겠지요. 날마다 개울에 나와 앉아서 하염없이 무엇을 생각합니다. 가도 아주 가지는 않노라심은 굳이 잊지 말라는 부탁인지요. 감사합니다. 감사합니다.
How does she sing a song like that and end with a giggle and a smile? Unbelievable. She just snaps right back out of it again. So, story time for anyone who hasn't been following along on Twitter. I had my music on shuffle the other day as I was doing my makeup to film, and it was pouring rain outside here in Sydney. And By the Stream came on. And sometimes when I'm doing my makeup and I'm concentrating and everything, I'm not really listening to my music. It's sort of washing over me a little bit. And then this song pierced my attention, and I found myself drifting away with it. And I had tweeted, a surefire way to induce ennui is listen to By the Stream. And indeed, a huge sense of ennui hit me listening to that song, and I had to listen to it over and over again because it was so, I want to say romantic, but not romantic as in a love romantic in that sort of dreary, hopeless way that certain films have, romanticized rather than romantic sense of ennui. And as I kept listening to it, I kept thinking, gee, it sounds so French. And I couldn't figure out what about it was sounding so French. And it hit me last night at 1 a.m. that it was reminding me of Ne me quitte pas. And for those unfamiliar, Ne me quitte pas is a jazz song sung in French, and it's one of the jazz standards. If you've ever sung jazz, you've sung Ne me quitte pas. It's not that they are necessarily musically similar. Ne me quitte pas has a bit of a different pace to it, but my favourite version of it is sung by Nina Simone, and Nina Simone is my favourite jazz singer because of her soul. The amount of soul she pours into everything that she sings. You can hear in Nina Simone's voice the whole world and every drop of suffering that it has ever experienced. She just pours it out of her. And her version of Ne me quitte pas is absolutely soul-destroying. And I'll put the link in the description because you must hear it if you're brave enough to be dragged backwards through a rose bush by listening to it. Please do. But that's not actually my favourite version of the song. My favourite version is the German version of Ne me quitte pas, which is Bitte geh nicht fort, and sung by Marlene Dietrich, and it is out of this world phenomenal. It is an absolute masterclass in performance. And the reason why By the Stream triggered this in my head is you can hear the pleading. There has been supposition in some commentary on that song that it is perhaps a song to somebody who is contemplating shuffling off the mortal coil. And so it is a song from the person talking to whomever it is who's sitting by the stream to try to anchor them here by making them give a promise that if they go, they'll never really be gone. It's trying to hold them back just a little bit, trying to understand why this person is in this place and why they're feeling this way, and maybe trying to bring them back. And Ne me quitte pas, or Bitte geh nicht fort, is exactly the same. It means don't leave me. Ne me quitte pas, don't leave me. That's the song. And the song is about a love that has gone bad, and the person singing the song is saying, forget everything, forget all the bad things that have gone before, just don't leave me. And then the rest of the song is this story about things that you thought were once dead springing anew again. It is a story that begs, don't leave me, don't leave me. And Marlene Dietrich's version of it, she almost stops singing because she is so racked with the begging of it that it turns into a whisper. And this song is as mighty as the famous Ne me quitte pas, this begging, this desperation, this trying to hold someone here, that sailing note. And both versions of the song have orchestral accompaniment, and it really lifts and it sails in Ne me quitte pas and Bitte geh nicht fort. It is sweeping and grand, and I don't know how to express it other than the soul's cry, but not a cry because something has now finished. It's not sobbing after something is done. It is the grand gesture of trying to keep something here. And By the Stream reminds me so strongly of this epic song, this famous, beloved song. And I just slotted By the Stream in next to Nina Simone singing Ne me quitte pas and Marlene Dietrich singing Bitte geh nicht fort because they belong together. They are songs of such a similar ilk. They're cattle of the same colour. And I'm feeling very passionate about this because when I was looking up the meaning of By the Stream, I came across only 2 articles about it. One of them was very bland. It was just a rundown, I think, on Billboard of the new album when this album was new, and was saying it's this and it's got this and it's got this and it's got this. It was just sort of factual. And the other one gave opinion on the songs and described By the Stream as being nothing of note compared to the other songs on the album, and really very plain for a ballad. And I got very angry reading that. I'm very annoyed by it. I remain annoyed by it. And again, if you follow me on Twitter, you would have seen me annoyed by this. And I remain annoyed by this, especially since it occurred to me that what had gripped me about this song was that it reminded me of this jazz standard. Ne me quitte pas is venerated. It is lauded. It's so difficult to sing, even though it seems simple. And By the Stream, so difficult to sing, even though According to this person, it is simple or plain. Nothing in art that appears simple really was that easy. It is the gift of the artist that they made it look easy. They made it sound easy. It's not easy. Not at all. The control, watching just before that last few words of hers to come back from that sweeping note and not even draw breath before having to start a whole new syllable, to not lose it. She didn't go splashy on the vocals. She didn't dentalize the consonant. It came out clean and perfect. My God, the skill that it takes to do that. I'm getting very passionate about this. The skill that it takes to do that is absolutely mind-blowing. To be able to take minimalist lyrics like that and blow them up into this entire world so that you are encapsulated by it. So I stop doing my makeup and stare out the window to the rain and disappear into the emotion of it before I'd even read the lyrics. I didn't even know what the song was about, and I had just faded into this song. Plain? Oh, not noteworthy? I know it's a great album, but that means it's a great album full of all great songs, not noteworthy. I'm so mad at that. I just want to cry for how beautiful it is. And I did myself a mischief because I listened to Nina Simone and Marlene Dietrich before I watched this, so, whoops, put myself into a bit of an emotional state there. I know we know with IU that she is such a clever lyricist and composer that she can do the absolute most with her songs. We've just spent a couple of weeks looking at BB and that fabulous bridge that is so complicated and is saying so much with its musicology. I didn't even touch on any of that. I was talking about lyrics and the visual language, let alone what she did with the music in order to tell that story. We know she can do complicated. It should never be mistaken for being lackluster, for being pared back. Sometimes you don't have to gild the lily. The lily is pretty enough as it is. It's so beautiful. Please do listen to the songs that I will link in the description. I think you'll be able to hear what I mean. And also that little bit of the Frenchness about it that I could hear. There was just something very French jazz sort of era that I could hear in there. And I think you're going to be able to hear it. But most particularly, I think the thread that runs through these three songs and why I've connected them together is the sheer amount of soul, the amount that these incredible performers are conveying beyond just their voices. I'd be really interested to hear what you think. If you listen to those two, or at least one of them, please do let me know. Please do let me know and put in the comments if you can hear what I mean by putting these three songs next to each other. And then we can all disappear into a sense of ennui together. Just stare out the window at the rain for a little bit. Thank you for joining me for another Friday. 감사합니다. 사랑해요. And I will see you soon for more. 안녕.